Hey, I'm starting off to a rough start, y'all. What's up? What's up, y'all? What's going on? This
Yes.
is this is TJ, y'all, and we are introducing and bringing to you guys a outstanding thing that we're beginning to do, man. I got a couple people up on the well, actually a few people up on the panel. You guys are not familiar with them, but you will be once we get things up and going. So, guys, I want you guys to get familiar with everybody that's up on the panel. If you guys have any questions for us, please feel free to ask those questions as well. We bring into the stage, y'all. We're introducing a podcast channel that we will be starting up coming soon, as you guys see on my green screen. Okay. And it is talking about coming soon. So don't expect a lot right now. So do not, don't go to trying to bombard us with a bunch of questions. Okay. Hold your horses on that. But I can assure you, once we get everything up and going, guys, we definitely will have it popping and rolling. So, guys, I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves here on the panel. And the name of the panel, the name of the podcast is In the Den Podcast. Okay, In the Den Podcast. So anytime you guys will see us on the podcast up and going, y'all come on in the den, man. We're gonna be popping. We're gonna have a lot of topics to be talking about, and I'm gonna let these ladies tell you guys more about that. So first, we gonna let Miss Chantel. You know what? Don't worry about it. I get it right one way or another. I'm gonna let her go ahead and introduce herself, and she will tell you guys about her and her channel as well. Hey, by the way, she do have a channel, y'all. So she gonna tell y'all about that. Go ahead. What's up, Chantel?
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Chantel. And thank you all for joining us tonight for our introduction to In the Den. Like you just stated, I do have my own YouTube channel, which is Vibrations of Teal, which is Vibrations of TILL. And on my personal channel, I talk about a variety of different things, just different things where I feel like I can positively impact you all in a good way, help influence you in a good way. We talk about some spiritual topics. Outside the spiritual topics, we'll be talking about some self-care moments. We'll also discuss some human resources issues and just professional tips as far as you and your career goes. So just pop on over, check me out. I think I probably already got about 10 videos circulating right now. And then outside of that, I'm also putting some snippets or even some full videos on my TikTok channel, which is It's Just Me Teal. So come and check me out on TikTok, check me out on YouTube, watch a short or two, and then just make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you and I can connect a little bit more. But I am in, if you didn't catch that, I'm pretty much human resources realm, which is my profession, of course, mother, wife, all that other good stuff has taken place too. But outside of that, Oprah, Roxy, y'all join in whenever y'all ready. That's about it on me.
Hey, check this out, y'all. That's Chantel. Y'all can talk. Y'all can tell already. She love to talk. She gonna be talking. Y'all can tell that. Y'all should already get the feel of that. She gonna be talking. And the person coming up next. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm gonna let her do it her own. Cause I guarantee you, hey, she's gonna be everybody's auntie up here. I can assure you that. She gonna be everybody's auntie. Hey, here she go. I'm gonna let her Auntie Rochelle. Go ahead and talk to us, man. What's
All
up?
right, all right, all right, all right. What's up, everybody? What's up? Hey. I don't have too much to say. I'm not too much of a talker. I'm trying to be retired. You hear what I'm saying? I want to be retired. I have a background in the health insurance industry. Hopefully, with one of these sessions, we'll be talking to you guys about insurance, Medicare, Medicaid. Yeah, I'm that favorite auntie. They just kind of threw me in here. So I'm looking forward to all of this. This is a good team. All right. That's enough.
You know what? Hey, look now. You ain't gonna be getting on here introducing yourself. You gotta sell yourself now. You can't. How y'all look, y'all? we already know that you can tell how she playing it off already. She gonna be talking too much. We already see that already. So,
No,
but we're gonna let her have that. We're gonna let her have that right now.
we
We're
gonna
gonna let her have that right now.
we gonna let
So,
Chantel handle that.
oh,
Okay.
whatever.
Okay. Now I can get you talking. Don't let me get started. I'll get you talking. You ain't gonna
I
be,
know that's right.
you ain't gonna
I
be
know that's right.
closed lip on this podcast. It's not
Well,
gonna happen.
I do want to say this. I'm really excited about this. This is kind of something new for me, and I hope that we can have topics and discussions that will involve all generations. So we can shed some light and wisdom to those that stand in need of, and maybe they can even, our audience can shed wisdom and light to us as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, guys, as y'all see, man, so far we done heard from two great people, and we got coming up next. Now, look, we have Oprah that's coming up next. Okay, guys, she has been a little bit under the weather, so you guys don't expect a lot out of her. We're gonna take care of our people on here. We're gonna take care of our people on here. We're not gonna allow y'all to bombard her. We're not gonna bombard her. So whatever she give you right now, you just appreciate it and just ride with it. Okay, it is what it is. So I'm gonna let her. I'm gonna let her go ahead and introduce herself to you guys and let you guys know about her. Let's say it, Oprah. What's up?
Well, hello everyone. I am Oper. That's with an and not an because everyone
Hello.
seems to get that incorrect. But I am Oper, full time single mom. On top of that, full time student and a full time financial advisor. So my plate is a little bit full, but I look so forward to being a part of In the DM because I have met a few great people that has a lot of ideals and they allow me to express my opinion without being judged. So I'm allowed to say what I need to say to get my little point across. And that's pretty much me.
Hey, that's what's happening. And the good thing about being on this podcast, y'all, even with myself, this is the Ember Family Entertaining 7 panel that we're on. But at the same time, for the people that don't know me, I am TJ, and I will be part. I was lucky enough to be part of this wonderful panel that will be here. That's coming forward with In the Den podcast, and I'm gonna have to hold my ground. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to hold my ground. I'm dealing with three women, three women, three women, and possibly we don't know, but we gonna see what else. Cause me and my wife was talking. She might decide to jump in and be a team on this end with me just in case we actually have somebody. You know how things may pop up every now and then, and somebody may not be able to make it. So we
Right.
always want to have a backup plan with that. So, but for the most part of it, I think it's going to be a success. And to everybody out there, we will be creating an actual channel for In the Den podcast. Okay, we will be creating a channel for In the Den podcast. It will just be kind of using the Ember Family Entertaining panel just to kind of get the exposure. But I definitely want you guys to know that we will have a channel established coming soon. So you guys definitely look forward to that. So Chantel, can you give them a little bit more brief on what to expect with this podcast that we got going here or creating?
Okay. Well, all of us, of course, have various professional backgrounds. So we'll talk about different things that go on within our profession. We'll talk about different life moments, life experiences, anything that we feel like is going to impact everyone in a positive way or positively motivate or influence them. But at the same time, we want to have fun. We're going to be showing our personalities, of course. And then outside of that, we'll welcome if there's topics that our audience want us to talk about. We'll welcome those suggestions as well. Our whole podcast is to just kind of get into it. whatever the topic might be for the day, just get into it.
That's it, man. That's it. And that's what it's all about. It's basically getting into it. And look, it's all about relaxing. A podcast where you relax, you lay back, enjoy yourself. It's all about being you. It's all about being you, that authentic, being original, being yourself. You ain't got to see. Let me show you something. Y'all see that lady down in the bottom corner right there, got that big old smile showing the pearly whites. Y'all see her? Y'all see that woman in the red? That woman right there. She gonna be the one to watch out for. I'm telling you.
No.
She don't let her fool you now. She don't let her fool you. she the one gonna be holding the finger up every now and then. Hold on, one question. So, and just another exciting thing. We got 5 people in here so far, guys. 5 people. So welcome in everybody that's in this live right now. You guys are watching this live right now. So check this out. The interesting thing about it is too, everybody is from Birmingham. Birmingham, Alabama is up on this panel. Mm-hmm. That is awesome. That's Birmingham, right. Alabama. And I'm the only one from Sylacauga. How about that?
By way of Muscle Springs, Alabama, or rather Tuscumbia, Alabama. Let me represent.
Oh, look now. Hey, represent then. Represent. Hey, and everybody, we have dropped Chantel's link in the chat. Vibration. I'm gonna just say Vibration of Teal. You guys, please go subscribe to our channel, okay? Please show us some love and subscribe to her channel. And also, you also have Oprah. She mentioned about her TikTok. What is the name of your TikTok again?
You know what, y'all? I've been doing this TikTok for so long, and I can never remember the name of it.
You know what? Look at him. Look at him.
My TikTok is great. You know, I got a lot of insightful tips on there for everybody. I had a whole weight loss journey. I think it's O Cooper 90, but it's the O.
You know what?
Cooper 90.
Well, let me have it together.
Look,
I'm gonna have it together next time.
Hey, it's okay. I think Auntie want to say something. What you got, Auntie? What you got?
I didn't forget.
What you finna say?
We want to also, I want to mention this. We want to talk about things that are going on in the nation, the news, you know, and get viewpoints from, you know, those that are checking in with us or coming into the den, such as like the Shanquella Robinson, you know, situation. So we want to talk about topics like that as well.
We will definitely be talking about that. What you think, Chantel? What other topics you think we'll actually be discussing? We're
gonna get into some political topics. We'll get into financial topics. Also, in regards to like if you're trying to do your own business, we might also talk about some ways that you can increase your sales. And this is just coming from the consumer standpoint. I think a lot of entrepreneurs don't really recognize different things that they can do to drum in that business, or they think that just because, you know, they might be of a certain ethnicity or whatever the case may be, that we're going to support, but now that customer service, all of that falls into that too. So we're going to discuss several different topics. We're going to talk about some relationship issues, tips on dating, or, you know, we might want to, you know, put TJ on the hot seat.
Tips on dating? What you mean put tips on dating, man? Oh, Lord. Hey, we'll say that. We'll say that.
And make him tell us, you know, when he knew his wife was the one. We might want to get into we might want to really get into it. Like, how long did it take him to determine that she,
you know what? Look,
you know, anything he had in his back pocket at the time, you know.
Hey,
it could be a couple of things, you know, we might.
Y'all already trying to tap into something ain't even none of your business. See that? Y'all, look at that, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. But that's what it's all about.
It's going to be our business one of these days. Today, as they say.
Hey, that was up. But hey, Oprah, what you think we can actually be discussing on the podcast that everybody can look forward to, man? Tell them a little bit. Go ahead and tell them.
I mean, something that I look forward to. I do kind of look forward to the dating tips and stuff like that. But just really controversial topics that people are afraid to talk about, things that people really don't want to touch on. It's always nice to have someone else's point of view of things because you may relate to that. And I look forward to being someone that somebody can relate to because I have a very different opinion, I feel, because some things just ain't right. And I
Well,
need to let people know this.
well, I'm telling you, man. I mean, but that's what makes a podcast is that you have different viewpoints, um, different cultures that you're dealing with, different backgrounds, all because all of us are from the same ethnic group does not mean we agree to everything. You
Exactly.
know, if
Exactly.
everybody got different backgrounds and everybody got a different opinion. So that's what's gonna make it. But I'm telling y'all, to everybody that's watching this live, even the people that's in the bushes that's watching, that's not clicked in, you definitely can be on the lookout for a lot that will be coming to this podcast once we create the actual channel. All right. It will be a lot being talked about. Nothing is off limits. Okay. Nothing is off limits. We will be discussing some things. We will be discussing some things, y'all. I'm sorry, my kids, their mom is actually leaving and they want to ride with their mom. So hey, that's what podcast is. Podcast is what it is. It's all about being real, man. But we
Yeah.
will be discussing some things that, like Oper just said, that other people don't want to discuss or other people don't want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So we will be talking about those things. We will be visiting those topics and, kind of going over some things and seeing what other people think, and just giving a full view of how we feel about it. Some people may like it, some people may not. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be what we say.
It's gonna be entertaining. It'll be entertaining.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely gonna be entertaining, man.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
oh yeah.
But so what we gonna do? We gonna I think we want to discuss something right off the top, just to kind of give you guys a little bit of insight on what we were talking about previously, uh, about shopping on a budget for Christmas.
Oh, I just did
I,
that.
I think everybody can probably kind of relate to that, but I'm gonna kind of I'm gonna kind of let some of these women talk about their situation because they do a lot more of the shopping. So either one of y'all want to jump in
Absolutely.
there and tell? I mean, what is shopping on a budget? What do it mean?
Shopping on a budget means a lot.
It does. It
Ah,
does. But before we even get into that, y'all just make sure if you are gonna take any of our suggestions, especially if you're gonna be ordering off of line, you need to try to go ahead and get them orders, later than the 16th, which is this coming Friday. If you want to get it by Christmas Eve, so it's under the tree, okay? Instead of having people
Absolutely.
delayed saying I'm gonna get with you in a week. New Year's, your present gonna be here, okay?
right,
Yeah,
right,
But we have
right.
absolutely.
several different ways of shopping on a budget outside of you doing your own financial budget. There's different sites out there that you can actually utilize to help you get those Christmas gifts, and so that's what we want to dive into tonight. Like if you're familiar with Afterpay or Zelle or Zip Pay, um,
Klarna,
which one?
Klarna, and PayPal.
Mm, okay, okay. So you naming a few I'm not familiar with. So yeah,
Oh,
that's
I
gonna be
love Klarna. Me and Carson, we live on Klarna.
okay.
Yeah, yeah
Look,
we use Klarna. We use Klarna as well, and some of the people in the chat probably use familiar with those as well. So that's interesting. That's very interesting. What do you think, Rochelle? Are you familiar with those things like that?
Well, I'm not familiar with none of them.
You
So
know what,
y'all gonna
Auntie, we're
be
gonna have to
teaching me
carry along,
today.
y'all. Y'all know what? Y'all are not gonna hear Auntie until we get into the really nitty gritty of things. That's when y'all gonna really hear from Auntie.
Well, I know a little bit about it, but Chantil has been giving me some information. I just learned something from Oper, so I'm gonna listen in a little bit tonight, and I'll ask a few questions so we can clarify and make sure that everybody understands how to shop on
Absolutely.
a budget.
Absolutely. And
okay.
I want to point out some things right quick since we are on my panel here. I want to show some love to some people that's coming into the chat. we actually have, and I want to introduce everybody on the chat to some of my people that's here. We got WTF with the tables. That's Tangi. Big ups to Tangi for coming in here. We got Keeping Up with the Griffins. We appreciate them for being in here as well. Joe and Christy, that's who that is. Then we got CJ and Sharice. Some of the fam that we got in here as well. We got It's Marcus that's in the building as well. Man, look, when I say these people that's in here right now, some big hitters, these are some big hitters. And guys, we dropped the link for Vibration of Teal. Guys, please subscribe to her channel. This is Miss Chantil up in the top right-hand corner with the yellow on. Please subscribe to her channel and show her some love, okay?
It's on.
So I'm gonna ask Oprah also has a TikTok that we're still discovering, trying to figure out where her channel.
Yeah.
Oh my bad, y'all.
I tried to search you, and I'm not like somebody else has Oprah 90.
Look, it's O-H Cooper, COOPER 90.
It's what now?
Okay. O-H Cooper. It might be Cooper with 3 O's.
Well, wait a minute. Let me make sure I pull it up first now. Oh,
look, y'all. Can't you find it by my phone number on TikTok? Cause
look, I might have to do that. O-H.
Yeah, O-H
So,
Cooper.
But we will definitely get that, and even once we find it, we can still go back and get it, dropped in there. So we will get that taken care of for everybody. But I wanted to definitely shout out to Tangi. She's from Mississippi. I appreciate them for being in here. We got CJ and Sharice. I think they're from Maryland. Keeping Up with the Griffins. They're from, I think, South Carolina. Hey, Joe, aren't y'all from South Carolina? North Carolina, I think it is. I'm not exactly sure. My wife normally keeps up with all of this. See, I just do creating, and she keep up with the details of everybody. And so we got many others in here. BDBGP, he's in here. He's from Florida. He was in here. So guys, I want to make sure I show some love to all of my people that's coming in here showing support. Because see, they're actually Charleston, South Carolina is where Joe and his wife is from. I'm going to ask, I don't want to basically do all of the full talking. With somebody, since more people are in here, can somebody actually give them a little bit more brief on our podcast and what we are starting up? Once again, it's Marcus, and he's from Louisiana, so be correct about that. Can somebody kind of give everybody another rundown about what we are establishing here?
Okay. As far as our YouTube channel, we're calling it In the Den, and it's going to be a number of different conversations that we'll have as a group, giving different perspectives. People from, we're all different age groups, I would have to say. Different backgrounds. We are all from Alabama, various cities, but we'll talk about a number of things. It could be things on the political realm. It could be some relationship topics. It can be some dating topics. We could also talk about some professional issues as far as me with the HR background, au pair finance, TJ sales, Rochelle within sales, but healthcare sales. So we'll be talking about a variety of those things that take place on a day-to-day realm, whether it's professional or personal. Yeah, we pretty much just want to help motivate, empower, inspire people in a positive way. Of course, entertain as well, because hearing people's different perspectives on different things is always a vibe. It's always entertaining and fun.
Yep.
Absolutely.
But I do have to say something, right, y'all? I probably never told y'all this, but tonight.
Oh, I knew it.
No, it's nothing serious. So, anywho, I was born in Tuscaloosa, but at the age of 2, my mom picked us up and moved us to Michigan. So I grew up in Michigan from like 2 to like 27.
Okay. So you're actually from Michigan as well.
I'm from Michigan.
Right.
Yeah, so I was just born here. But, I mean, I live here now. I came back for a reason because it's too cold up there. I got tired of wearing Timberlands and stuff every winter. I needed to defrost.
What
Well,
part were you from?
I was in Ann Arbor and Ypsilanti, so it's kind
Oh,
of like,
okay.
well, Ypsilanti is a little rougher, but Ann Arbor is kind of like the suburbs. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's where
That's
I
what's
was
up.
at.
Yeah,
That's
that is
what's up.
what's up.
That's what's up, man. Well, definitely, man. Like I said, it's gonna be a variety of topics, and as you guys see already, that we will be dealing with different individuals up on this panel. Okay, I'm 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 backed up against the wall, and then not even counting when Janetta is on here, my wife, and everybody in the chat familiar with Janetta. Y'all already know. So I mean, this is gonna be kind of this is gonna be crazy, man. I am looking forward to it. Um, I mean, I just expect I want everybody to relax, be laid back,
Mhm.
and just enjoy. I'm talking about everybody on the panel because we don't want nobody feeling stressed or feeling like you gotta do things a certain way. We gonna have fun. We gonna enjoy topics. We gonna agree to disagree, and we gonna make people want to come and watch us. We gonna take podcast streets by storm. By storm.
Mhm.
That's what we gonna do. If anybody else did it, we can do it too.
I can go ahead and give them a few teasers. I pulled out the topic listings. I can give them a few.
Go ahead. Go
Yes,
ahead.
go right ahead.
I
I
really,
mean, you like to talk anyway, so go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. You're
I
right.
was coming from Mr. Pull Your Coin,
Uh,
who voiced and just, oh look, all over everybody. It's like we just a whisper trying to get it done.
oh no, she cut me. She cut me.
The Lord already starting for the night. Oh, well, just to name a few topics we want to discuss, like breadwinner. Does it matter if the man or the woman is the breadwinner in the home? Is it a partnership? We'll discuss that. We're going to talk about rules of sneaky links, love languages, the order of importance to each one of us, because of course, with there being different love languages, some things matter more than others. We'll talk about the whole crabs in a bucket, dealing with different sexes or races, the level of communication, age versus commitment. And we really want to gear that towards the men, because they struggle. TJ, y'all struggle with that communication piece. We just trying to help y'all.
You know what? Just keep on going. It ain't got nothing to do with me. It ain't got nothing to do with me. Cause go ahead. Go ahead.
I hear you. Age versus commitment. Like I just said, that I think that's going to be a big one. Education to career. Is education still important? We want to discuss the whole body fat issues. We want to talk about toys in the bedroom or nah. Body counts, women versus men. Why does it matter with the women? But men, they just chalk it up to another notch on the belt. Sexual identity in children. Does love at first sight still exist? Body exploration. Is it something one should do or not? Race and sexual identity to successful careers. Applications versus resume submissions when applying for a job. Marriage statistics for people who date 3 years or more versus less than 2 years. Do you listen to or believe in those tarot readings? Is it hope, or do you feel like it's evil, evil spirits? Men, why do they struggle so hard with communication? Once again, is it important to recognize your relationship on social media? When married or in relationship, what do you consider a healthy sex life? Communication in marriage or relationships. How often should a couple communicate on a daily basis? And then just one more for the road, we gonna get into is social media highlights. Is social media for highlights of your life, or should you be putting your everyday life ups and downs on social media? So that's just like the first, 2 handfuls, 3-4 handfuls of topics that we're gonna get into on In the Den.
You know what? Those are some interesting topics, and I'm telling you, to be honest with you, even when you was calling them out, I started to jump in there and get one started just that quick. I mean, and I'm gonna tell you another one that I think that we should discuss as well. It is about how do you feel about um, having the public restrooms where, uh, the same sex, the how what is it? The having
The
where
transgender,
Transgender.
trans.
transgenders going into the same restrooms, this and that.
Mhm.
And I think
Absolutely,
that
that's a
would
good one.
be interesting. But anyway, we gonna definitely discuss some things
Yes,
on that.
that's a good one. Then I want to also add because I really did want to kind of chime in when she was like career and education because that's a real good one. But I'm gonna save that one.
Mhm.
But I also want to kind of add, like being a single parent, having a dating life, a social life, and all of that because
Yes.
all of you guys are married. But here I am, a single mom, and I gotta get my life. I have to have a life too. So I
Okay.
definitely want to kind of get your guys' perspective on some of the things. Just kind of get the two different sides of it all being
Um.
married versus
Hey,
single.
Oprah, when did I get married?
Yeah.
Oh
I,
wait, you not
Tell
married?
me when I got married.
is Shantia married?
I was, but that's been removed like
Well, oh my God,
5+ years.
No, ma'am.
Hey
well,
y'all.
I guess
Hey, so check this
TJ.
out, y'all. We also will be discussing the dating game. I got 3 women up here on the panel that's single, and I will drop their links and
Ah,
descriptions in there. We got them young, old, and in between.
that
Hey,
is first of all,
y'all
no
better get
sir.
him. He trying to get him.
Did
I'm,
he not?
I'm telling you.
I'm good, TJ. I'm good.
Oh well.
We do hope you enjoy our topics. I'm reading the comments as y'all are putting them. Jeanette, yes. TJ, he seemed like he will talk to you in his
Yeah,
sleep.
yeah, yeah. That's my wife right there. Yeah, she all in the chat. But hey, check this out though, y'all. Um, I just lost my train of thought. But anyway, check this out.
That comes with age, TJ. You the old one.
Oh
Right?
no,
Right.
no. But what we are going to I'm gonna ask everybody in the chat. We got 5 people in here, probably more than that. It just the numbers goes up and down. And one more thing I want to ask the chat, is it anything that you would say, some of the people that's in here, is it something that you could offer to the ladies on the panel since this is their first time being here? Any words of encouragement that will encourage the young ladies that's up on the panel? Also, if there's certain topics that you guys would like to see us to focus on the podcast, please let us know in the chat. And I think Chantel keeps a lot of notes of these topics. Let us know in the chat what you guys would like to hear us talk about. Because when I say we're going to talk about it, I'm not talking about just on like a normal YouTube live. We're going to get into some deep discussions about it. And, you know, but anything that we talk about far as somebody else, everything is allegedly. Okay, everything is allegedly, because we have to know specific facts, because we definitely do not want to embark on something that will cause any problems whatsoever, because as we all have seen, from Tasha K being an example, things can happen. Things can happen. And especially if things get out, and if you're quoting the wrong thing, or stating the wrong thing, it could be bad news. So but we
It
definitely want
does.
to make sure that we're doing the right thing. And I even made my t-shirt to say allegedly, so it's hashtag allegedly. As a matter of fact, hold on, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna show y'all this t-shirt. Hold on, y'all, hold on. Hey, one of y'all be talking, one of y'all talking like we talking.
Lord. Okay. Rochelle, did you have Oprah mentioned a few topics? Did you have some topics you wanted us to get into or add to the list?
Well, I've already given you some topics, so I think what you presented was good. there will be, FYI, there will be a couple of the podcasts that I will not participate in that you called out.
Don't be like that. Don't be ashamed. Don't be
Some
like
of those topics,
that.
Auntie, will not be discussing
Yes,
on
yes,
podcast.
yes, you can. You can. What you running for? Don't be scared. Be scared.
I'm not scared
Yeah,
at all.
you're not scared.
And here's the T-shirt. I made this T-shirt hashtag allegedly.
That's nice. That's cool.
You never know, Ro. You might meet your future husband on here, and if you can't be open and honest and stuff, you might be blocking your blessings a little bit. So I'm
You
gonna need
think
you to
so?
participate.
I don't think so.
Oh,
I think I'm good. I'm good. Auntie is good. I just want to share a little wisdom, and I like feedback also. So those individuals that are on tonight, truly appreciate it. I hope that you guys will, provide your questions and, your thoughts, and, we can kind of elaborate on all of that.
Okay. Let me read one of the comments that Keep It Up with the Griffins wrote here. He said, "We believe in everyone on this screen, even though we don't know everyone. Looking forward to getting to know you all and the topics you'll be covering." That is coming from a very, very outstanding YouTube content creator family, beautiful family. Offer that support for you guys, us as well. We got a comment coming from Latoya Williams. "I'm only a supporter, but I see that consistency works well. Y'all gonna rock." See there? We got people already believing in us. We got
Thank
people
you.
already.
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
guys.
Latoya. Thank you so much, Joe and Christy as well. Let me see here. Let me stroll back up and make sure I didn't miss somebody else's comment. Okay, but those are a couple of comments that has came in so far. But once again, like I said, guys, I act silly, but at the same time, I am putting I got my hands on, I mean, a little bit of everything right now. I mean, I'm also about to start up my personal podcast, which is my father and son, which will be me and my son podcast as well. So I'm gonna start that up as well. So I'm gonna be rocking and rolling. So we gonna be part. And the reason why I'm doing that, I want to do something creative like that to involve my youth son, to show different generations with dad and also being son, and we have our own podcast and being able to talk about things that he may want to discuss, and as well as him seeing the views coming from an older perspective as well. So and then also I got my of course my wife channel, got her channel going. Then also got my other son, his channel is a gaming channel. Oh man, we got so many. Then the main family channel. So we got our hands on a little bit of everything so far. So we gonna be really pushing it, but it's exciting because the personalities is here in this house. We want to make the best out of it, and so if you can't enjoy family, you can't enjoy nothing. So, and that's why I figure, man, we got to enjoy what we have in front of us and what we have right now on this panel, man. Every time I think we cut on this podcast, it's gonna be booming. It's gonna be booming. So I wish we had the channel already established. I know the subscribers will already be hitting. So, but we got it coming. We got it coming. I think we got it coming.
We
So
loading.
we actually got it coming. So what we will do, because we got about, I say we got about 20 more minutes on here. I want to ask you guys real quick. Brittany Griner, okay? Brittany Griner. As a
Yeah.
matter of fact, we're gonna cover two things right quick. Brittany
Okay.
Griner. All right.
Mhm.
She came home. Everybody knows she, was released.
Happy
First
about
of
that.
all, my first question is, do you guys agree with how she was released and the prison swap that they made? Do you guys think that the prison swap that they made was worth bringing, allowing this young lady to be freed for the swap that they made. Do you guys know the swap that they made?
Yeah.
Dude.
They only had one choice. That's, they swapped with that the military, I think it was the military guy, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I stopped
Right?
following it because I
Well,
felt like
actually, he was a guns.
Yeah.
He actually
A weapon.
smuggled, yeah, weapon
Yeah.
smuggler, and a lot of the things that he is, as they say, is really dangerous.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He is a very, very dangerous individual.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you guys say about that swap? Do you think that was a was that a was
I
that
think
a
it was reasonable. I think it was reasonable because Brittany Griner, she should have never been in jail anyway, in my opinion.
yes, she should have. I'm sorry.
No,
I said, go ahead and give your opinion up here. I know you started to
No.
talk, and
Listen, I feel like she should have though.
Why?
Every country has their rules.
I
That's
agree
just
with
like
that.
every house has their rules. You cannot go to somebody's house disrespecting their house and then expect not to get put out.
That's
She
true.
went to a whole nother country with some, rather it was a weed pen. She went over there with drugs. Okay, you have to take the consequences for what it is. And unfortunately, that's just how they run theirs down. That you get this amount of time for what you did. It may have felt long to us, but to them, that's what they do. Rather, they was making an example out of her. Why
That's
would you
exactly
go over
what they
there
were
and be?
doing.
mm-hmm.
But why go over there and put yourself in a position that's going to allow you to be made an example?
I
You're not
agree.
above the law.
I agree,
right?
but come on now. They were making an example out of her, a scapegoat out of her. And that's the only offer that was it Putin or whoever. That's the only offer that they gave to the United States was that exchange between that dangerous guy, and they had to do what they had to do.
The angel of death is what they were calling him, with him in his gun trafficking ring. But I think they did it for several reasons. I think our administrative team system, however you want to put it, they did it for a couple of reasons. Number one, is going to help them on the political side as far as votes and that sort of thing. If we be
Right.
honest, like
Right.
elections and all of that getting ready to come up.
Yeah.
So that gives Biden more votes because she's a female. So her being a female, she's a black female on top of that. Then on top of that, she's a part of the LGBT community.
Right.
And then look at the sports world. WNBA. So then he's going to get more votes from all of those different avenues because they feel like he looked out, he did a solid, he brought her home. I do like how they were tight-lipped about everything because America, we speak out loud. Like if we're gonna be real, we outside all the time. We run our mouth all the time. And other countries are not like that. If you're looking at Russia, you're looking at Asia, all of those administrative teams or government, they don't do a lot of talking out loud in the public. Everything is hush hush. So with them working with them, being quiet, not talking about it, doing everything behind the scenes, it definitely went in her favor and allowed her to be able to come home in 9 months versus what they gave her, like 16 years or something like that.
It was longer than 10 months. That's how long she stayed in there. But I understand exactly what Oprah is saying is that, you got to pay you got to pay the time and, the consequences of what your actions are. But it was not like weed, it was, what was it?
It was just a few drops of THC in a pen.
Exactly.
It was still against their rules and regulations. So on one hand, I understand it.
Yeah, right.
I felt like her sentence was
excessive.
Mm-hmm. And they did that because they wanted our attention.
That's correct.
They wanted our attention. So now it puts us in a precarious situation because I don't think they really made a big enough or a fair enough trade. So now other countries are going to feel like they can get over on us. All they need to do is be slow to speak so to speak, and don't give us any feedback, and we'll slowly but surely drop our expectations, and they'll be able to their expectations and get what they want. So I think it put us politically in not a good situation.
All right.
Okay.
So what about the guy that's left behind? What about the military vet that the Marine that
Mhm.
has been in there for some time now, and he was left behind.
I hope they can come to some type of compromise to allow him to come home. They don't really have any full proof that he's supposed to be a spy. If they did, then that would be released. Some piece of it would have been released by now. Or if he was that much of a spy, then the way that they move, he's still living. So,
So let me ask you this. Okay, we got Chocolate Drop in the house. She just came into the chat. She said hello to all the ladies on the panel. So she'll let you guys know she see you guys definitely. Everybody that's coming into the chat, please subscribe to Chantil. It is Vibration of Teal. Please go to her channel. She has a personal YouTube channel. Please go and show her some love on her YouTube channel. Now, also, we also have Tay Eats in the house as well. Tay is a very big supporter. Also, she is in the building, y'all. She's a very good content creator, along with Chocolate Drop as well. So they're showing you guys some love as well. Appreciate you guys for coming into the chat. Now, also check this out. The family of the prisoner Walls, I think is the last name. Now they spoke. I know the brother had spoke out and said that they were in support of the swap. Okay, they was already briefed ahead of time
Right.
about what was going on and what was about to happen.
mhm.
So they were given heads up about this in the first place. Y'all, I want to recognize somebody just came into the chat that I want you guys to know when you got a supporter, you got a supporter. Everybody that has came into here, y'all, is some true supporters that support the Ember Family Entertaining. And I know if they support the Ember Family Entertaining, they definitely will be supporting our podcast. Vicky, Vicky's World. Vicky's World is one of the greatest supporters that I've had, along with everybody that's in here. She have come in here and she's speaking to all of you women that's up on the panel. We do appreciate Vicky you for coming in here. Thank you so much for showing up for the support. Um, so guys, this with the family speaking out and the dad, the brother speaking out, they were already in tune about what was about to go down. So with them showing the support for it, and like the brother said, they had to go ahead and accept that trade because if they would not have accepted it, then there's no telling when they would have got another offer, far as trading for Brittany. And it possibly could have been never, for a long time.
Right.
So, but like you said, you when you go to, because see, I'm kind of torn in between as well. I'm glad the young lady was able to come home. I don't think the punishment fit the crime, but at the same time, to Oprah's point, when you go to somebody else's home, you abide by their rules and regulations. I don't care how you look at it. I don't care how anybody else think about it. You have to abide by the laws. And I think that's one thing that this country has gotten so spoiled about is that we get a slap on the wrist and it's all about who we know when it comes to the judicial system. It's all about who we know a lot of times and about the money. If you got the money and if about who you know, you're going to get off. And that's what it's about. But when we go to other countries, they going to quickly let you know it ain't about who you know. It's about what we meant. And that's what you're gonna have to face. And it's simple as that. So if they would have, not gave her a chance to get out, you can't be mad at them. And also what I hate is I'm gonna just be honest with you. I mean, this is our podcast. This is what I hate. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. We try to play the race card and pretend like we want to say she's black. If it had been somebody white, they'd have been trying to get her out, and we cannot do that. We got to at some point in time. Enough is enough. Um, and because see the Marine prisoner that's over there, he's white, and they haven't gotten him out. Um, and then with her being part of the whatever the initials are, I don't even keep up with LGBT. I mean, that shouldn't even have a factor. If you commit the crime, you got to serve the time of it and deal with the issue.
Correct.
I mean, that's just what it is. And I mean, it's crazy, but that's just the way the world is. All right, straight up. Next top, guys. Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders.
Prime
Deion
time. Prime
Sanders.
time.
Thank you, Miss Vicky. Vicky's World. Y'all go ahead.
Deion Sanders.
Mhm.
This hits hard. This hits really hard. And look, I am not slamming black folks, but some black folks, we have to honestly tell the truth. We as a race of people are so freaking ungrateful. We as a race of people are ungrateful. I want to know from you guys before I get into my opinion about it. Deion Sanders leaves and he goes to Colorado. He came to Jackson State. He was there for 3 years. He did what he was going to do. And he took another job offer to Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
With him leaving, how do you guys feel about it? Do you guys feel that he walked out on Jackson State? Do you think he left too soon? Do you think he left just for the money? Do you think he used Jackson State as an opportunity, or was he an opportunist?
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think about this move?
Because I don't know much about Deion Sanders.
You don't know about Deion Sanders?
Girl, no. But I'm just gonna give
prime time.
Look, I'm just gonna give y'all my perspective as far as these both being jobs. Because I'm that person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I find a good job and they pay me well, but I can be at my job for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years and love it.
Mm-hmm.
But if I get a better opportunity, I'm taking it without a doubt. I don't care how long I've been there, what type of relationships I build. My livelihood or my income and things like that matters to me. If it's a better opportunity, I'm job hopping. So I mean, hey, if he had a better opportunity in Colorado versus Jackson State, more power to you. Congratulations, Deion.
Mm-hmm. I think Jacksonville State was the catalyst. That was his stepping stone to help him get into other doors that he wanted to get into. And so when he started, he stayed with them for several years. He's built the team. Okay, so now it's somebody else's turn to take the baton. Like just because he started it don't mean he's supposed to stay there, 15, 10, 20 years. He got it started. Now somebody else needs to come in. Like his career playing football is over. And like I've even told like my son, what's your next move? You can't just focus on what you have in hand. You got to be forward thinking and thinking about what's going to be your next move. So he played his football career. He had some setbacks, but now he rebuilding. He started at Jackson and now he's going to go to Colorado. Instead of everybody giving him negativity, another football player who was good, who wants to get into the realm of coaching, needs to step up.
Right.
So
him leaving opens up opportunity for someone else.
Exactly.
Absolutely. So what do you think about that? What do you think about it, Rochelle?
I'm a big fan of Prime Time, and I always have been because he talks a lot of junk. But he's a very confident man. And I think that he came and did his job. He built up the SWAC. They won a championship, or I guess on their way to win a championship. At first, I was kind of saddened by the fact that, I'm a product of an HBCU. And, he came there to establish and to establish a good football team to win, as he says. Then I thought about it and I was like, this is about this man's livelihood. He needs to do whatever is best for he and his family. So he had to make the decision that he made. So I'm all right with it, but I do want to say this: as African American or Black people, we tend not to want to support one another. It's a lot of negativity, a lot of talk. I've been reading almost every night. I'm reading something about an article about Deion Sanders and some of these analysts, sports analysts, and other folks talking about he just came there and used them and this, that, and the other. And I just really don't think. That's the case. He's got to, he's a spiritual guy and he's being led by the Lord. So I think he made a good decision. I think that Colorado is going to be in a position to win, as he stated. So, like I said, with prime time, he's always been real to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think he made the best decision for himself and his family.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And see, that's the way I feel. I feel the same exact way. Big shout out to the chat. Everybody that's coming in. Keena Craze, thank you for coming in. Thank you for showing much love to the chat and the ladies up on the panel. What I want to say about that is that, and I'm gonna just tell you, it just pissed me off with Black people all the way around. Cause see, because for the simple fact being is, we are so quick to say what the white man won't do for us or is not doing for us. Mm-hmm. But then when we have our own people that steps in and help us, mm-hmm. we then still try to find so much fault in what we do to help our community. We feel as if we step in or if someone step in and help the Black community, then it should stay there. It should not go anywhere. Mm-hmm. And with Deion coming into Jackson State and helping that community like he did, not only just the school, it impacted the entire community.
That's right.
It impacted the entire community. He was being paid $300,000 salary. He gave back over $100 and something thousand allegedly back to the school to help to rebuild this program.
Yeah.
Not only that, he earned also a contract with ESPN, which an HBCU school has never done in history. That they will be showing games on ESPN with Jackson State. Mm-hmm. My question to the people that's talking about this man, what have you done to build up this community? What have you contributed to the schools, HBCU schools? What have you contributed? Hey, Layla, come here. So that's my question to the entire, community that's talking about Deion. Deion has put in, go unlock the door. Deion has put in a lot of work. He did what he came to do. Then also his first visit to Colorado, he actually told them before he fully come back and commit to Colorado, he has work to do back at Jackson State, which was to go win a championship. They went back and they won a championship. What more can you ask for? What more can you ask for? This man did what he was supposed to do.
I agree.
Right.
I mean, and this man have a family. He has his children coming up. This man cannot sit up. See, we get so complacent and we get we get so complacent. We get jealous. We want to feel like, okay, we can't do anything else. If you go outside, right, then you are a Uncle Tom. You just this, you just that. I mean, it's time out. That's one part that hurts growth of our Black community.
Absolutely. I agree with you so much. And even because a lot of us aren't on Deion's level, even on like a lower level than Deion, just like a regular everyday level, you have a lot of Black people that will get into a position, feel like they we'll say they start their job off making $20 an hour. They're so thankful for making that $20 an hour that they never leave that job. Even though that job gives them like a quarter raise every year, they stay at this job for 10, 15, 20 years when they could have took that experience they earned that $20 at, applied somewhere else, and someone else would have gave them more money than that. But they just get so comfortable. They feel like they owe people something, and they stay stagnant, and they have no growth. So
Right. They put
I'm
that
not
on
mad at you.
people, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it's
Absolutely.
always somebody else's fault instead of them taking
Absolutely.
nuggets from everybody that they need to empower themselves,
Absolutely.
to give themselves more opportunity. And that's not something, like I tell people all the time, you either got the skill or the will. If you got
Absolutely.
the will, you can do anything you want to. If you have the skill, it falls back on if you want to utilize that skill. If you want to grow and develop as a person or spiritually, professionally,
Absolutely.
it's all on you and what you want to
It
do.
is.
Mhm.
But
Real
it's
quick,
also, you know,
go ahead, Oprah.
no, I was just gonna kind of piggyback off of what she was saying. You know, like if you have the will, and it's also kind of like your friend circle. You know, because your friends can hold you back.
Oh
But
yeah.
if you kind of group with some people that be like, yeah, you know, they motivate you, then yeah, you'll definitely see some
Mhm.
growth with your motivation, and you got people motivating you. You'll see some growth and improvement, especially in your pocket.
Hey,
Mhm.
I want to throw this in. From my generation up until like the millennials and the generation Z, those that are in their 20s, um, yeah, they don't play around. They hop from one job to another. My generation, we were loyal. You know what you all were just speaking about. We stayed with companies for 15, 20 years, and just was kind of stagnant or whatever the case might be. So that's a good thing. I love seeing and talking to these youngsters about the fact that hey, don't be loyal because they're not going to be loyal to you. These
Absolutely.
companies are not loyal at
They
all.
are not.
And
They will
we
fire
have
you.
learned that during the pandemic,
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's a good thing on what you guys are speaking about, because I know that I worked for two companies, and both of them, one was 14 years and laid me off. I was probably the last one to get laid off because I was told I was a radical, but I'm not radical. So it's just I know how to handle my business. So
So,
Absolutely.
hey, real quick, we actually have and just talking about what you guys are saying, we have a comment that say, and I posted up on the screen, from a black college to a white college.
mhm.
Like, really? Why does it? And this is to the comment. Why does it matter
Absolutely.
what college, black or white, when it comes to your finances and you trying to support
Absolutely.
your family? Why should it matter the black or the white college? Because I can assure you, the black college, even though it's a black college, they're not really worried about your finances.
Mm-mm.
They want to make, regardless of how we look at it, they're still looking at their name. What can you do for them? What can you
Right.
do to make them better? That's the only thing they're looking
Absolutely.
at overall.
Mhm.
So, and from what I was looking at when they actually, and I'm gonna go back and read some comments as well from Vicky's World as well. One of the things is that they said happened to, and I think it was during the championship game, the last game, the championship game. The crowd, some of the people in the crowd was booing
Yeah.
Deion Sanders
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
saying bye. I mean, how ungrateful can you be?
I think they don't get,
Absolutely.
I don't think they get at the end of the day, because I was just reading another comment about races sticking together, but we talk about going other places. Um, you all have to look at us. Number one, we're still considered the minority. And it's not that we are going against our own race. We just kind of realize, hey, it's all about networking. It's all about who you know to get to where you want to go. So you might not have any loyalty, any love for the people that you're dealing with, but hey, they can help you get your foot in that arena to where you're trying
Absolutely.
to go so that you can grow and develop into the person that you want to be, or have the career that you want to have. It's not about
Being
liking.
loyal.
Yeah, it's not about
Absolutely. It's about the bigger picture. You're
It's
right.
about dreams. It's about goals. It's about accomplishments.
Right.
But see, let me tell you, I'm gonna tell you.
It's not about I like this race more than that race. It's about who's gonna help me reach my goals and my dreams. Because
Absolutely.
in your immediate circle, when you're dealing with your friends or your family, if they're not empowering you, if they're not motivating you, pushing you to achieve your dreams, then you need to ask yourself, why are you talking to them,
Why are you
dealing with
friends
them
with
on a
them?
regular basis? Are they holding you back or trying to push you forward? Are they empowering you, telling you you can achieve anything you want? Or, ooh, why you gonna do that? I don't think that's
And
gonna work out. Y'all finna
Chantel,
do
you hitting home,
a
girl. You just hitting
podcast.
home. Because I recently, like, I've been working at my previous job for like 5 years, and the reason that I stayed was even though I wanted more in my heart, I'm like, I just can't keep doing this every day. I want more. I befriended someone on the job, and she's like, "Girl, we got it so easy here. Why would you leave?" You know, she just laid out why I shouldn't leave. But my money wasn't doing enough for me. So I just like every time I would apply for jobs, I'd be like, hey, I applied for jobs. She's like, why are you doing that? Stop. We got it so easy here. You work from home. You don't have to do this, that. You saving on gas. Like, she pointed out all the positives. Y'all, I just was like, let me just kind of fall back on telling her what I'm doing. I got to I got to hide my moves. But I ended up applying for different jobs. And I found a job that was going to pay me almost double what I was making at my old job. And I'm like, I'm out of here because I need to look at the bigger picture of my livelihood. I have a child I'm trying to take care of. I got things that I want to do for myself. Like I mean, I'm with Dion because he probably got way more than he want to do, and he got kids and a family to support. And sometimes you just got to do what you got to do.
You have to. You also should be consistently growing and developing. Like, why would she? What kind of friend or family member wants you to stay stagnant? Where you're not.
That's right.
Not a friend anymore. We'll say that.
That's right. And see, I'm real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and read Vicky because we're gonna go ahead and get ready to get up out of here. Vicky's comment she made earlier was, I feel as though God gave him a new chapter, and as he left, I hope he said, "Play my theme music" as he moved on. That's something there that we have to understand, man. When God is growing you, and I'm not gonna get up into that. Once you go talk about God, boy, it just does something to me, and I go to a total different level.
You're right.
But the thing it is, what we have to understand is God have us in certain places for a purpose and for a season. Everything is for a season. And see, we have to understand that once our purpose has been served, then God is moving us to that next level. A lot of times we can't understand the reason why we have not moved is because we haven't served our purpose. We're trying to do everything else. And we're wondering why we're not growing or why we're not moving is because we're worried about the color. We're trying to stick with our color instead of allowing God to move us on to the next place. Because I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna give you an example.
TJ in the group Deacon.
Okay.
Hey, but check this out.
Deacon
You got
TJ.
two. Hey, check this out. But you got two. Hey, check this. You got two individuals that go and apply for the job. Okay, you got two black people that go and apply for the job. They offer one $1 more than they offer the other. Do you think I'm gonna stick to the black race card and turn the job down all because they offered my friend less? Or do you think I should take the pay because I'm getting paid more? Man, see, that's what's wrong with us. We stay back trying to keep up with what's behind us instead of moving forward.
Like I explained to a lot of my employees, don't come to me talking to me about what somebody else makes. You don't know what credentials they have. You don't know what degree they have, what experience or education that they have. And just because you've been here already a couple of years, but we brought this other person in making more money, you don't know what their background is. So you can't compare the two.
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
each one of us are individuals, and that's our problem too. As a race, we always worried about what Robert, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike getting or what they doing,
Okay.
instead of focusing on
Mhm.
you and trying to empower yourself, trying to get yourself to that next level.
Absolutely.
But
Hey, y'all, I
see,
want to welcome in. Y'all, this is another big hitter of a supporter that I got this thing popped up in here. Man, look, I got some all-star supporters in here, and everybody that's in here can tell you guys
Mhm.
I am TJ. I am just as real as it get. This is me. They can tell you in the chat, this is me. I'm one way, and this is it. So they can vouch for me that you guys teaming up with me to do a podcast, to come with our podcast, that I think I got enough people in here that can basically vouch that we're all in good hands. It's genuine, it's authentic. So I want to introduce to y'all is the Essence of Sonia, just came into the live as well. Essence of Sonia is a great, awesome supporter, as well as everybody else that's in this chat. They are open-minded. They speak their mind. They are very respectful, and they are God-fearing. So that's one thing about like about the supporters that I have here. They respect the fact that who I am. I love the Lord, and I don't mind speaking it. I'm not about a bunch of BS. And that's the reason why I said when you brought up God, it automatically hit something with me. You know, I'm not perfect, but at the same time,
right.
it strikes something with me. So, but at the same time, I want to go back and read another one of Vicky's comments that she said earlier. And then we will go to Tay, and we're gonna get ready to wrap it up, guys. Look, we gotta have something for you guys. We can't feed you guys all of it. We gotta have something left for you guys to come back for. So, but we did see what Vicky said. We need to do for ourselves. No one can block what you dream of doing. We may encounter obstacles. However, we have to find a different path to move on. Don't stop
Mhm.
trying. That's
That's
what's wrong with our Black community, though. They
true.
stop trying and they want to blame everybody else for their
Absolutely.
failure. You see what I'm saying? So that's one of our problems. Let me go down through here and read some more of these right quick. All right, we have another comment from Tate. He say
Yeah.
that's funny because other race stick with their own. Mm. Other races stick with their own, but we talk about going to other places. Mm,
So
you got to
TJ,
think about that. Y'all think about that. Hold
let
on.
me interject. Let
Hold
me
on. Hold on.
interject.
Hold on. Let me get some of the comments out the way right quick. Keep that thought right there. I'm gonna just read some, catch up on some of
Okay.
the comments. Okay, we got Tay eat that again. A group of people where you can't be you. So do you think being around another race of people is putting you in a position where you can't be you? We'll think about that one. Um, let's see here. We got Farmer V. Farmer V, welcome into the building. Thank you so kindly for coming in. Thank you so much. We got Vicky World that says again, easy isn't always the way. We have to do what's going to open up new and bigger horizons. What did you have to say, Rochelle? Go ahead.
Um, Tay Eats, I would love for her to elaborate on what you just read. Let me go back up here where she said, that's funny because other races stick where they on, but we talk about going to other places. I don't know. Is that a question or is that a statement? You know,
I think that was a statement.
okay. Okay.
I think that was a statement.
I would just love to know how she feels about you can look at her statement in various ways. So I was just wondering, what she meant
Absolutely.
about, you know what I'm saying? It's
Absolutely.
broad. It's a broad statement. And I would just love to know what her thoughts are. Did she think that Dion should have stayed at Jackson State to support Jackson State or
Just because they were
uh,
black.
right, right, right. And I am, hey, I don't have any problems. I love supporting and patronizing our people, and he did his job there, and it was time for him to move to another level. But I would just love to know what that statement, what she's meaning by that statement.
Real quick, also, we would definitely chime back in on that. Vicky's World. I'm gonna show you guys something. I'm gonna show you how the Lord works on things and what we got going. I'm gonna tell you something. We intended for one thing, and that's what it's gonna be. But I'm gonna tell you, things can happen in a confirmation way for people. Vicky's World mentioned law, but this morning, but this is nothing but God. I literally just said this same thing in my video I recorded tonight. That lets you know that what we're saying, God sent his message through a way of confirmation for somebody else that's watching us.
Absolutely.
So we have to stay in tune with this. But I'm gonna show you something now. I'm gonna show you something now. But if I was worried about this black thing, and I was worried about hurting my black people's feelings, we wouldn't be allowed to say what we're saying now.
Absolutely.
Because see, what's crippling us is the very thing that was said earlier about that we can't be ourselves around other people or other places, meaning white people or other races. We can't even be ourselves and tell the truth to our own people because of afraid of having to fight our way out of it.
Absolutely. But if we was to even take color out of it and just to kind of just give a quick example of like if you were to plant a flower in that flower pot and it becomes to grow too large for the pot, do you leave it in the pot because the pot's been loyal or do you move it on to the next pot to let it continue to grow?
That's
Absolutely.
a good analogy. That's a great analogy.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Good.
basically what we have here, guys, I'm gonna let y'all know. Y'all have In the Den podcast. This is the panel. This is the crew. We just wanted to give you guys just a little feed. You guys leave us a comment in the comment section and let us know what you guys think about our up and coming podcast. We will be creating a channel. In the Den podcast YouTube channel will be created. I would like for you guys to definitely stay tuned in for this channel coming out and premiering. We will let you guys know when it is completed and ready to rock and roll. But I wanted to introduce the panel. I hope you guys have enjoyed the sample that we did give you guys. And everything that I've said, everything that they're saying, look, we're not bringing no BS to you. We are four grown people up on this panel. Nothing we're talking about is skits. Nothing is fake. Everybody have their own opinion and viewpoints. So I hope everybody can take that and appreciate it and respect that because that's what you will be getting when you come into the den. So guys, look, we appreciate everybody for coming in here. The way the chat has started to roll, I would love to stay in here and mingle with this thing because that's what we want to see. That's what we're creating. But that's what you guys got to come back for, okay? You guys got to come back for it. So, guys, I want you guys once again to go around the room, introduce yourself, and we're going to get ready to get up out of here. Starting with Chantil. Go ahead and tell them, Chantil, let's rock and roll.
Thank you all for joining us tonight. We do look forward to talking to you all further about a variety of different topics. I really enjoyed you all engaging with us as well. I do believe we have a great collective between us four where, you know, we're going to have some entertaining nights. We're going to have some entertaining nights. As the show continues, if you all have some topics that you all want us to get into, we are open to that as well. And I look forward to connecting with y'all some more soon. When y'all get a chance, please check out my page, Vibrations of Teal. If you want to locate me on TikTok, it's just me, Teal, no apostrophes, no spaces, just ran together. It's just me, Teal, at TikTok, and Vibrations of Teal, Till. at YouTube. I think I already have about 10 different videos and shorts for you all to watch and find out a little bit more about me and my personality. And yeah, I'm just ready. I'm ready.
Miss Rochelle. Hey, y'all, Auntie, everybody in the chat. If you got something to address Auntie with, just mention Auntie. Everybody got an Auntie, y'all. Everybody got an Auntie. So we got an Auntie on this panel. All right?
All
We
right.
got an Auntie.
Listen, I really appreciate everyone support tonight. I think this is going to go well. This is something new for me. But I think we're gonna do good. I really don't have too much to say tonight, but I do want to give a shout out to Xander, Yuri, and Zaya, the XYZ clan. Those are my grandbabies.
Awesome. Awesome. Big ups to the grandbabies. Big ups to the grandbabies. Awesome. 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 What we got on Miss Oprah?
Okay, y'all, remember it is me, Oper, with an and not an but no, I wasn't feeling well, but y'all did hype me up, so I definitely love this energy. And I really did enjoy tonight, so I definitely look forward to talking about those other topics. And the next time we get on here, y'all, I'm gonna have my TikTok right because I got some good stuff on it.
Awesome. Awesome. That's
So
what's
yeah,
up.
this was awesome tonight.
That's what's up. Well, hey guys, check this out. Miss Vicky's World just dropped the link for the TikTok link for I think just me Teal for Chantil. So
Thank
we
you
got
for
some supporters in
following.
here, y'all. When I bring y'all, look, y'all, listen. I'm gonna brag on my people in here. I'm gonna brag on them. When I say I got some true supporters, these are some people that have seen me cry on here. You feel me? I'm talking about when I get to talking about the Lord, man. I got some people.
You cried.
Man, I cried.
You cried. Oh,
Cried.
okay.
You see what I'm saying? Because it wasn't nothing of sadness. It's about when you got people that can connect with the Lord with you and they can sense your spirit.
Right.
Man, it ain't nothing more beautiful. And so some of the people that I got in here, I'm gonna tell you guys about this, and I'm about to go. The young lady that you guys see right here at the bottom, this is Sonia. One night when we started doing our lives, and I'll never forget it. It was a monument moment for me. One night, and it gives me chills thinking about it now, and I'm about to get teary out of it now just thinking about it. I'm sorry, y'all. It's deep to me. I'm sorry. It touches me. Even my wife may not even understand what I'm talking about on this, but when the Lord hit a certain spot, it's very sensitive because it meant a lot to you. Mm-hmm. But in our lives on YouTube, just to kind of show you guys how it worked, the people on the panel, a lot of times people look for a lot of people to be in their lives, okay? On our lives, a lot of times, not a lot of people be in here because I speak about the Lord a lot. So a lot of people don't want to be connected with it, which is fine. But one thing I'm not going to do is compromise my relationship with the Lord for,
that's right,
people to run into the live. I'm not going to compromise that. Nope. So one night we was on live and wasn't nobody in there. And it was one person in that live for about 3 hours. One person. One. And that person was Essence of Sonia, the person you guys see right there. Yes. Look, one person. And when I say the Lord moved that night, the Lord moved. Meaning, basically, I'm saying that to say this. When God wants to move, he do not have to have an audience. He just have to have where there's 2 or 3 that's touching. When you're touching and agreeing in his name, he'll be in the midst. So he can move without all these people being in here because a lot of time being there just for a show. But when it really comes to the movement, it only takes you touching and agreeing. And when I said it was beautiful, it was beautiful. And Vicky, I met her I seen her and I told her this. and everybody else is special as well. Don't get me wrong. But these are certain particular things that stood out. I seen them at a meet and greet. I seen her at a meet and greet. And I picked up on her spirit from afar. From afar. And I told her this in a lie. It was like the Lord was, and it was like he was connecting us with the right people. The right people. Meaning basically the people that you thought was for you ain't for you. And he showed it to me. And when I say it's been like that ever since, these people has been so supportive till it's unreal. And I thank God for them. And they are showing that tonight with the way they're supporting you guys as well. So with that being said, guys, I want to thank every last one of you guys for coming in. I thank all of you guys for coming in and showing up for the podcast that we are. Man, we got it coming. In the den, y'all, I might even make us some t-shirts. but we gonna make this thing happen. We gonna make this thing happen. I want all the support, you guys. Leave us a comment. Let us know how you guys think we done. Also, show some love for Miss Rochelle. I know she don't have a YouTube channel, but we carrying her. Oprah don't have a YouTube channel, but we carrying her. Chantel has a YouTube channel, so we're gonna help her grow as well on her personal YouTube channel. So with that being said, we appreciate all of you guys for being in here. Thanks for watching. Make sure you guys show up again once In the Den is back. Until the next time, guys. Hey, don't forget, I will be going live here shortly on the We Are Rolling channel with spiritual worship night here at about 7 o'clock. So you guys stay tuned on We Are Rolling channel. But until then, guys, we love you guys. We are out of here. We'll see you guys on the next. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, you guys ain't got to go nowhere now. I'm just clicking off the line now.